What's going on, everybody? My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, your VR podcast. Thanks for joining us. I am going to apologize. Sean is a little bit sniffly. You might have saw him blowing his nose there a second ago.
The allergies are killing me.
Yeah, he rallied. So he's here. He was debating bailing, so he made it. So that's all that matters to me. But yeah, so what's going on? Glad you guys are here. Sean, the video, man, Box VR. I'm going to get into it right away, man.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, right?
Yeah, the new the Essentials pack. The Essentials pack, it did release. It is $9.99. It's their first DLC, like paid DLC. They've given a lot of DLC before that was all free. I think this is one of the first ones of many that's going to be coming as a paid DLC. But yeah, me and my wife played it, and so it's an hour's worth of content. And the one, well, actually in the clips and stuff from that video, we actually played the whole thing all the way through. So I played for just over an hour, and I was absolutely dying. And then my wife played for an additional hour after me because she was trying to get some of the what do you call it, the achievements and stuff in the game.
Yep.
So she went for almost an hour after me.
Dude,
my
she had
legs
to
were
gone
so
hard because I was getting the notifications on the Oculus app saying that she beat this and did this.
Yeah,
she must have been going hard. But yeah, dude, the songs.
Yeah, the songs are really good.
Exactly what I listen to basically on a daily.
Yeah.
I was loving it. It's really good stuff.
The one song pack, I can't remember what it's called now, but there's one that's like my favorite. There's 4 packs, so there's over an hour's worth of song and workout over 4 packs, and the one is definitely my favorite. I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, I mean it's got a lot of the dubstep stuff, and that's what you're talking about that you really like, and it also has some rock and some Happy House or Hoppy House or whatever you call it.
House,
yeah.
So
and
I'm
stuff
glad,
like that.
the rock stuff's awesome too, though. I mean, they need a lot of that stuff, as we've said other games should be doing too, like Pistol Whip and everything else.
Right. They got a big library already. I mean, there's already a big library of stuff in Box VR. So I really like it. I mean, as far as working out at home, it's definitely been one of our go-to things for a while that we really enjoy, me and my wife together. And I don't even know how many people you can get in there. We've had some other people jump in with us too. I'm not sure if it's people that heard from the show, but we have had other people jump in with us and play and
we were just talking about that too, how you and both our wives should jump in there and do some workouts
the 4 of us
which
together.
would be cool.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, well, we've been enjoying that. Tony Digital, thank you, sir.
Tony,
he said
cheers, man.
$10 super chat. He said for the whatever fund. So that's pretty cool.
Whatever fund. You know what?
What should our whatever fund be?
Honestly, what have you been thinking of getting lately in the VR world? I'm gonna skip. We were gonna get into a little bit of No Man's Sky here in a second. But what have you been thinking about getting? Is there anything, or is it kind of stale right now? What do you think?
Still something, and that is the 8KX. I still want that thing, and it's still, I don't know when it's going to become available. I think the Star VR is now available, but that's like $3,000. That's too rich for my blood. I can't see spending that on something. But I want the 8KX. I just want the headset only. You know what I mean? I already have the controllers and the base stations. I really want to see what that thing's all about. And we hope to play that at PAX East, and they weren't there. Right. So, everything with all this stuff going on, that got messed up. But that for me, that's what I'm thinking about. What about you?
Yeah, it has been. We kind of talked about I was talking about our Discord with some people. I am at the point where I want, and I do want the 8KX. That's probably when it comes out, I'll probably end up getting it. But my thing that I want right now is high fidelity wireless. So a PC headset that has wireless. So I'm at the point now where I really want to go back to a Vive Pro and get the wireless adapter for it. But I have a hard time doing that because of the limited field of view. I'm used to the index, and you're going to lose some of that. And I'm just basically holding out for a wireless adapter for the Index. And that is where I would love to see come out, but it's just not yet, which surprises me because, Gabe even brought that up during their, the release party that they had in-house when the Index came out. And he said something about it. And you and I both were like, oh my God, did you hear that?
Right.
So it's sad though. We know that they are working on it. We don't have anything in hand yet. Do you think that's coming or not?
I hope so. I mean, I think obviously the future of VR is wireless. It has to be, but
right.
Rizzle Rock, man. Every time I think he does that every
Cheers,
show.
Rizzle.
Really, man, truly appreciate it. It said, morning guys, happy VR Saturday. So it is VR Saturday for sure.
It is a good Saturday because I am definitely going to be playing some stuff this weekend.
Yeah.
You played a little bit of Virtual Battlegrounds as well. I haven't gotten into it yet.
Yeah, I played a little bit. I really only played through the tutorial and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into any matches. I would like to. I played it earlier on, but as the latest build, I haven't played any matches or anything like that. So I do want to get into that. And honestly, I mean, it's my allergies are so bad. I've been trying not to spend a lot of time outside. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are like completely swollen. Like, I mean, it's terrible. It's messing with my eyes and stuff so bad. But so definitely probably be in the house for most of this weekend. So. But yeah, Virtual Battlegrounds I played a little bit of Boneworks too, and tried out that new physics. The new physics is pretty cool. It's not a big difference to me, but
like I want to play that pistol course, like period. I just want to jump in and play that alone, and it sucks that you can't really do that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be they were all unlocked when you went in there and you opened the crate or whatever, and that's not actually the case. It's actually you unlock things through other things. So in the what is that map called, that the redacted chamber, so you can go into there and you have to find the crate to unlock, I think, Tuscany and the pistol challenge. All of them are unlocked through each other. So I know where the crate is for in redacted chamber. I haven't gotten to it yet. I need to get to that. I'll probably hop back in there today, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the new physics are a little bit of an improvement. It's not major. I don't know that I really would have noticed a big physics overhaul if I wouldn't have known it was there. I still get stuck on things, and it still has a little bit of that jank factor, but it's still an awesome game. I absolutely love the game, but
I agree. I mean, I like the hand control. It works good. The pistol stuff, and that's kind of how I wanted the pistol course, because there's not as much of that like interaction with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You're just basically running through and shooting stuff. And I really love that run and gun feel. So that works well in that game. So that's the reason why I wanted to play it, but it sucks because now I don't have it. So I have to get it. You got to
jump in there and get it, man. It's pretty cool. The puzzles are pretty cool to figure out how to get some of the stuff. I do like that, but it would be nice under limited time frames sometimes just to be able to jump in and try the new stuff without having to unlock it. But I mean, it keeps the replayability aspect, I guess, keeps people coming back to have to play the game. So that's good. Gaming Science Teacher did mention that Sebastian just put out a warning to his followers not to jump the gun for Star VR. I think you were telling me about that too. They don't know yet if it'll be compatible with all the games. So, I mean, for $3,000, I think the price tag is, I don't think that many people are going to be picking it up. And I mean, some hardcore people are. I would love to. I would absolutely love to get it. I just can't justify spending $3,000 on a headset. That's just crazy to me.
From what we've heard too, it's basically comparable to the 8KX. So
pretty
at that
similar
price point, why what's the big jump in it? So
I'm
know
sure
it
quality
might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm sure the build quality and everything. I mean, I'm sure it's more quality components probably than the Pimax, and that's probably what you're paying for. But still, I don't know. I just can't justify that. I mean, I spent $1,000 on the Index, and that was a lot of money to me. So,
but like to me, like my 5K Plus feels light for how big it is, and I like that. We said that they need to be going to that, just like the Rift, the original Rift was the CV1, is that light build. Though maybe Pimax pushed that a little bit because their casing's all cracked and stuff.
The old ones, the old ones.
Right, and I know they've improved that, on the new gen stuff. But yeah, I mean, I like that lighter feel and almost cheaper feel, but it's what you get.
Paradise Decay said Star VR equals Pimax killer with a question mark. I don't know if same price range. If they could get it close to that same price range, for sure, I think so. Yeah, I think, but that price range is just hard for a consumer-based market. Most people don't want to justify spending $400 or $500 on a headset, let alone that kind of money. So,
but even the 8KX comes in at like $1,200 for just the headset, or $13 maybe with the
I think
audio
it's
strap.
the better audio strap.
Yeah,
so, and it's still Pimax. It's still kind of a You know what I mean? It's still
Mine
questionable.
works great though for everything, and their new software, it's
Yeah.
dialed in by game, so you just select the game and it does all the presets. That really, it works great now.
They've
but
still had their
I know.
roadblocks, and they're still not shipping. And as soon as you get an 8KX, there's going to be an 8K XR BLG series something that's going to be 10 times better, and
Right.
it's a weird marketing, it's still a weird company in a sense.
Recycle in chat said Lambo pricing, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And he said that. It actually reminded me. There's a song by Hobo Johnson called Subaru Crosstrek. Highly recommend that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't know that one, but
yeah, you probably don't.
Yeah, so I saw a gaming science teacher mentioned it earlier, and so I figured we'd just talk about this since we were talking about some workout games. But there is this game called Supernatural, and this is a VR workout game. And it's going to be, as far as I understand, it's going to be subscription-based. So I don't know exactly what that means, like if that's going to be like a month-to-month type thing. But it kind of looks like we talked about before the show, it's kind of box VR and Beat Saber mixed into one in a sense. But the environments and stuff look really cool. If the environments, look like this, you're on obviously like Mars or something. The environments look really, really cool. I agree. That's kind of exciting, but
yeah, and maybe the subscription is just, different environments all the time. So you're not stagnant. It's always somewhere new and always fresh content. And that's not a horrible thing.
Yeah. So actually, this says $20 a month with a free trial. So it's actually going to be a $20 a month subscription based thing, which I don't know how that's. I don't know. It'd have to be really good. Yeah, it'd have to be really good to pay that every month. I mean, most of these games you can get for $20, $30 one time payment, and you just you get free DLCs a lot of times. You get paid DLC sometimes here and there. I don't know how this is going to really work out for.
I think at $10 or something, it might be worth it for a subscription, but at $20, it's got to be good stuff.
I'm curious to see what people think in chat. I mean, that's $20 a month. How many people are going to be willing to pay that price tag? I don't know. I mean, it says you can pair it with your phone and Apple Watch and stuff. You can keep your heart rate and all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
I get that. So it does have some benefits. And for people, if you do real workouts with it, without a gym membership, I could maybe see it, and maybe that's where their mindset is. But, with this market, I mean, you could buy 2 games probably that were workout games for that. Well, yeah, maybe not. I mean, Beat Saber and Box VR are both up there too, but yeah, it's a one-time purchase. So,
yeah, and then you just, if things come out that you want to add to it, you can. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't know.
Yeah, but Beat Saber, you can mod tracks and put stuff in there and be fresh all the time. Yeah. So for $30,
and this is saying that the maps calibrate to your personal range of motion, so targets, lunges, and squats should adjust based on how your body is comfortable moving. It also has expert coaching from real-world trainers, and it's said to include music from popular artists. So that's another thing too. If you're getting mainstream music, if you're getting music that's not made for this game, and you're getting mainstream music, we see the Timbaland packs and all that stuff coming out for Beat Saber as and stuff, and that people do want that. A lot of people want to play those. So that's why the modding thing got so popular in one sense, is that people could play the songs that they know. You know what I mean? So that's it depends on what are you getting for $20 a month. How many new songs are you getting? How many new environments are you getting? What is the $20 a month getting you?
Well, the integration with like the Apple Watch, stuff like that. That's
not worth $20 a month. You know what I mean?
No, it's not worth that. I agree. And people in chat are blasting it right now too. They're saying $5 maybe. No way at $20. And I get it. Like if it was $9.99 and it gave you fresh new content, new songs, mainstream songs, integration, sure. I bet a subscription, you do it for 6 months, you're out $50 even at $10.
Right.
So
I mean, even if this game came out at a $20 price tag, a one-time fee, do you think this game is going to overtake Beat Saber?
Even at that, I don't.
I mean, there's no way. There's no way it's going to take over Beat Saber unless they do something spectacular. I mean, this is. I mean, watching the trailer, it looks cool. I like the environments. I think it's a cool looking game. I would love to try it out. But for $20 a month, that just seems. I mean, unless we're getting massive amounts of stuff, good quality add-ons every single month for $20. Say you'd be buying those packs anyways, and you love the game. Maybe I could see it, but I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, I get the I like the leaderboard deal, and it shows it on your phone, and even too, that's kind of cool. I mean, they're doing good things.
Yeah, they're doing some cool stuff. It's just that price tag I don't know about. But like Steve XM said, he said mapping is everything with rhythm games. If they got that down, then maybe it will be good. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I think that could be its downfall, is that subscription based thing. It's got to be really good for somebody to want to pay that. And is this like, I would imagine it's a cancel anytime, but if you cancel that subscription, do you lose the game? Like you can't play it at all, or can you play everything back catalog to what you've already paid up to? Like, how does that work? Like there's definitely going to need to be some more information released before I sign up for a $20 a month game.
Jason, the developer, drop in, said his is a one-time payment of $20, or it's what, first month $20 and the rest of the months are free, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Buy 1 month, get lifetime free.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting concept. We'll see how it works out for him. I wish him the best, but I don't know about that subscription-based.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about that.
Yep. So can we talk a little about No Man's Sky, man? Because I really think that this looks epic.
Yeah, No Man's Sky is still a massive, like we were talking last weekend about some of the games that we come to mind when we think about these big VR games. And we didn't even mention No Man's Sky, and it really is. It was one of them that I didn't even think about, but No Man's Sky is a massive game for
endless.
It really is. And they're constantly and this is another free update. They're constantly doing these free updates. And this one is an exoscoot, like a mech that you can get inside of and drive. And I haven't played the mech thing yet. I don't know what is involved to build this or anything, to craft this or anything yet. I haven't got in there to do it yet. I did see my No Man's Sky did update, so the update is out. But
yeah, I do. The only thing I did see, and I was hoping for like a bunch of different custom ones. When they're around walking with other ones, they kind of look the same. And that's awesome. I mean, I'm not really nitpicking it that hard, but just from what I've seen in here, I wish they had some different looking ones.
Yeah, and it's hard. They might. I mean, like,
and
there's a ton of different ships and all that. So, I mean, you can shoot the laser beams out of your face.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Could you imagine though if they had some of the, what are the ones called they had in the last update? The ships, the
growable ships. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Grow your
if they had those in mechs, that were like animals or something. Be so crazy.
That might not be the but I mean, if you see,
but look at the scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say the scale didn't look that big when you saw just the mech, but when you see the character model walking up by the mech, that looks awesome. And this was what I would rather see the view of inside of the mech. When you're jumping up in the sky and you're kind of slamming down, and cool. I think it looks awesome. I just don't have the time to devote to this game. I really don't. I want to, but I just don't. This game is so massive, because there's so many other games like with Half-Life Alyx and New Boneworks updates, and there's so many things that I want to play, and it's just this. There's so much time devoted to this game to really do everything that's possible in this game. It's absolutely insane, but it's such a good game though. It really is.
No, it really is. Yeah, this does look fun. Stuff like this is awesome played with other people.
Yeah.
And who was it? James, which VR Mang said did they introduce legit co-op campaign in No Man's Sky yet? And not that I've ever seen.
I don't
like
know
a true co-op. I know they still have their group sessions and stuff, but like a true co-op where you can play missions with each other, not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
you can.
And I haven't been into this in a little while. I need to get back into it. Like I said, the time devotion thing that it takes for this game is insane. But Mepper just said No Man's Sky was just on sale for $21, which is an insane deal. Greg's VR said not gotten into this for 6 months, so.
And this is another one. It'd be great, if you're quarantining and looking for something to just play for hours or a whole day. I have done that in this. It is
you can totally lose all. I couldn't get you out of this game when this game first came out. I was like, hey, let's hop in and check this out. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm in No Man's Sky. Like, honestly, all the time for a while there, this is all you would play.
Good. And that is my fear of even going back to start again, is because I just get lost in this game. I really do. I was that way with Elite Dangerous too.
Yeah, you were. I never got into Elite Dangerous as much as you did, but you tried to get me into it. And every time I go in, I'm like, this is weird.
It was a high learning.
It was
curve,
never. I never gave it the time to learn it all. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Yep. You can do next.
Oh, nice.
So Rizzlerock said you can do Nexus missions together.
Oh, nice.
Which, I think that has. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's like I said, it's been a while since I've been in here. But,
it's on sale for $16.50 on CD Key.
Nice. So I might want to check that out. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this update is a free update. So I don't think they've done any paid updates since it came out, as far as I know.
Right.
But yeah,
that's awesome.
This looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Shoot, it's just escaping me what I was just going to say.
What was you going to say?
I forget. I don't remember. I think my mindset was on the procedurally generated stuff, which, this game kind of is. And we had another game that we actually had the developer contact us that was procedurally generated. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
Um,
Vanishing Grace?
No, that's not it, actually.
Oh, positive. Which one then?
Ooh, that was a nice little teaser there. That was pretty good.
Oh,
Dungeon
yeah,
Train.
yeah. Dungeon Train,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had the developer contact us about this game, and he's working on this for the Oculus Quest. And it is a procedurally generated dungeon train that is on SideQuest and itch.io, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah, I
as
think
well,
so.
at the moment. I think it's like $7 or something. But it does look really cool, and running on Quest for something that is completely procedurally generated, that feels like it's endless, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt, puzzle, explore. It does look really cool. I mean, visually, it'd be a good game to throw somebody in, especially like for the first time, because there's not huge areas, to explore.
Right.
But
so
it is
each one of these
development,
train
early
cars,
access.
so it actually is procedurally generated every time you go into the next car. Is that what it is? I don't know
Yeah.
much about this. You were telling me some about this, but
Yep, and there are swords and stuff. And I know like they have like can't think of it now. He shows a bunch of like swords chopping like why can't I think of it? Come on. I can't
I don't
think of
know.
it. But it does
Looter.
look really cool, and he is 100% working on this hard. He almost dropped the project, I guess, around Christmas. He did like he's a developer of like AR products and stuff from what I have researched, and he got into this and kind of dropped it, put it out there. People loved it, so he's back on it now as a project. But it does look really cool.
So is this
and on Quest, it looks a lot of fun.
Did he mention if it's officially coming to Quest? Does he have plans? Do you know if it's approved yet? I'm not sure.
He actually just sent me a message. I can go check.
Yeah, because I think it's available on SideQuest, but I don't know officially if it's coming to the official.
He
Oculus
said he
Quest
wants to get it there when it's ready, but it's still early. So
yeah.
With the Oculus approval process, you have to have at least a large scope or something close to a finished product for them to approve it. So yeah. So he is working towards that direction.
But it's available right now on SideQuest?
It is. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's like $7.49 or something like that. So yeah, definitely a cool looking game.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
For Quest.
I mean,
Yeah. Yep.
I love my Quest.
There's a lot of good games starting to come to Quest now. They really are starting to compete. I just kind of had that conversation with somebody else too.
You mean SideQuest is starting to compete?
Just Quest in general, like the look of the games are really just, and I know they'll never push what PCVR is, but they're getting closer and closer. It can start to fool you on some of them. I think it was somebody was saying that they were surprised you can have Arizona Sunshine running, looking so good on Quest. And I agree. I totally get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not as good as PCVR, obviously, but for what it is, I mean, I've never, the Oculus Quest has never failed to blow my mind for what it can do for what it is. I mean, it really is.
Wireless, no PC, all of it. Yeah.
An old technology. I mean, it's a Snapdragon 835. It still blows my mind. Iron Lights did come out this past week. That is available. Which people have really been liking that. I mean, that one-to-one back-and-forth battle, people are really enjoying that. So if you haven't checked that out, we've actually had the developer on. We've done a couple videos with him.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah,
you
it really
wouldn't
is.
believe it until you try it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that is out. But yeah, Quest is it's a competitor. I mean, it really is. I love I use my Quest honestly now more than probably any other headset, mainly because of trying to do some workouts and stuff and using box VR and stuff. It really, I mean, I can't imagine not having a Quest. I really can't.
I know. But, I agree.
So
well, why don't we get into the other Quest game?
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, we might as well get into this because I already showed a little teaser of it. So, but this is called Vanishing Grace, and this is actually available right now as well. It's not available on the Quest yet. It is coming to the Quest. It's available to download through. Is it itch.io?
Sadly, you can't see all
this is
of
on
this,
itch.
Joel.
Okay, I actually want to show this in the movie theater. I want to play this with the. I think it's worth listening to the actual trailer. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And I'm going to play it.
There are so many little things in this game.
Yeah,
like
I got excited just seeing some of this. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like one of those little Tamagotchi things. So I do have the audio playing on this. I'm gonna let this play. We can talk a little bit through it, but it starts to talk a little bit in the and give you some info.
Sadly, you can't see all of this, Joel.
So cool.
It's amazing.
So hopefully it doesn't echo.
The weather
love the
may
look
not
of the
be
ship.
so nice.
Oh man, it looks
True.
fantastic. I don't know if this footage is
But
on
the
Quest
views,
or Rift or what. I'm not sure, but
wonderful.
But I'm sure it's made to run on Quest.
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
you didn't want
Sure,
me to
this
go
will
on this
be.
trip. You were
Looks
right
a
when
lot
you
of
said
stuff
that we're
going
not
on too.
children
Radars.
that we have to settle down. But I can't do it if that means to keep working for the government. I don't know why.
Oh, the Game Boy.
But I'm
So
happy
good,
being
man.
here, you know?
So cool. Coffee cup.
Coffee
This
cups in
place
there.
is one of a kind. Unlike the Citadel.
Does look good though.
You
I'm
can't
super pumped
imagine
about
the
this.
joy I'd feel if you were with me. Although I know it's something I cannot
So cool though,
request.
the old, new, and
But
like
it doesn't
you're like
mean
right
I
abandoned.
get to miss all the
Look
fun.
at that boomerang.
I've
There's so much
decided
cool
to
stuff in
record
there.
diaries along the trip. So, in some way, you can be part of all this.
That's awesome.
Fuck!
And I
What was that? Looks like someone's out there. Oh, fuck. Joel, if you ever listen to this, send help.
So this is in the description, and you can actually see the image that we use as our thumbnail is from this game.
Yeah, it is.
Just really like the look of it and the colors and stuff, but it is free. So you can actually go download this and play it right now, which is unbelievable. Now, I don't know, what controls they have. I think it's only for the Rift at this point, if I'm not mistaken. But awesome game. I really, really highly recommend checking this out. I know
Yeah.
I will be trying this out this weekend.
So I'm going to read a little bit about this real quick. So it's called Vanishing Grace. It says it's an emotional journey about the sacrifices we have to make to reach our place in the world. So Grace has vanished. Her craft has reached the Citadel unmanned. You play as Joel, her childhood friend who decides to leave everything behind in order to find her. Pilot Grace's craft and travel around desolate wastelands while you discover the story behind her mysterious disappearance. So the early pre-alpha demo and all content is subject to change, they said. So this is early. This is early stuff, but you can play it on the Oculus Rift. I'm guessing probably through. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to play it on Index or something through. Probably not. Yeah, probably not.
No, you can't because Revive has has its own support.
Yeah. So, but it is supposedly coming to Quest.
I will definitely be playing it though on my Quest through Oculus Home through Link.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean that's my best way of doing it. So I know I'll be in there.
Yeah, or you can bust out your CV1.
No,
but
my
your
cable's
cable's
shot.
messed up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot.
my cable
I
shot.
forgot.
Yep. Did somebody drop an F-bomb? Did I drop an F-bomb?
Oh, the trailer did. I didn't even realize it was in there.
Okay.
The trailer did. I was like, it kind of surprised me. I watched the trailer before, but I didn't notice that. And so you saw my face. I was kind of like, oh, I didn't realize that was in there.
I thought maybe I did. I try to filter myself on here very well, and I think I do a good job.
You do a good job.
But
You do a good job.
yeah, sometimes I just you never know.
It happens. Live show, you never know what could happen. We don't have any editors in the background, so.
Right.
But the game looks fantastic. I mean, the graphic style and even the scope of what the gameplay is in the game seems pretty.
Right.
So if that actually comes out and gets released on Quest sometime, hopefully in the near future, I think that could be a winner. Yep. I mean, that seems to me, just looking at the trailer and what the story is and everything, that seems like something that should definitely get approved for Oculus Quest.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't know if they have approval yet. I don't think so, but.
PD said that it reminds him of the Motorhome First Contact, and yeah, it gives me that feel. And it gives me, you know how you start with the robot and stuff.
When you said Motorhome, for some reason I was thinking Arizona Sunshine, and then once I realized,
it does remind me of that
because that
too.
had you were in the Motorhome there too. So
sure, it does remind me of that as well.
Yeah,
and it reminds me of the what's the old school game that got dropped where you fly around on the ships and build them and shoot at other ones. Someone in chat will bring it.
Oh, you mean the real early VR one?
Yeah, the VR game.
Yeah,
I really wish would have made it because it was a cool game. I can't think of it. Somebody will pull it in chat.
Well, the one I'm thinking of is still out there, but you can.
Where you had the ships that fly around, just kind of like that one, but yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, but it looks like a really cool game. Highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah. True that. I did want to mention real quick. I wanted to mention about Blender because I don't do anything with Blender. I would love to learn it. I probably should, but I know Steve XM and I know Fluke Rogi. I know a lot of people mess around with Blender and do some really, really cool stuff with Blender. And I did see that they are getting
Cover Junkers and the link to that game.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Cover Junkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
The link to Vanishing Grace.
Was that the Boneworks guys that made that? Who made that? I can't remember because they
you're
made
right.
other
There was
games.
somebody who made something good after that. Yeah, Hover Junkers. It's so.
I think it might have been their first game.
Yeah. Can we all just get
it's
on
a
and play that,
multiplayer
like,
game.
one? Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, we should. There's no player base, but I'm
co-op,
thinking
right?
it was
Everyone's
Boneworks guys.
schedule
I'm thinking it was
to
Stress
get
Level
on?
0, but maybe not. I could be wrong. I can't remember. But anyways,
so much.
Yeah, but we should do that. That game is sweet.
Blender.
So
Sorry.
Blender, they're getting VR support, and the main reason I want to mention that was because I know a lot of the people in the chat and stuff do mess around with Blender. And it says at launch, it'll only be able to view the creations in VR, but the company has confirmed that that's the first milestone, the VR inspection kind of stuff. That's just their first milestone. They have a lot more plans for that, and that's supposed to be coming later this May. So I thought that was really, really cool. I'm interested to see what comes of that, what other kind of updates they do, and what some of the people that I've seen some amazing creations from, like Fluke Rogi and Steve XM and stuff, what they're able to do with that once, who knows how much VR support really gets implemented, but I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we've been talking about, stuff having like true VR, development and VR stuff, and they're all implementing it, it's coming. The other one though, the other platform that I'm super excited about is Source 2. And I think we talked about that last week or maybe even the last two, but in chat they said stress level 0. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that was like their first game, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Their first VR game. I don't know what else they've done, but
yeah. But Source 2, we haven't seen the Hammer adaptation with Alyx yet, but we have people actually making maps now for Half-Life Alyx.
They're making all kinds of stuff.
Right? It's ridiculous.
Insane. So this is this trailer here is called Overrun in Half-Life Alyx. This is like a whole nother campaign that somebody has made in Half-Life Alyx to basically through Source 2. They've a lot of these things are using assets through what could have been Half-Life 3 and other projects that they've abandoned. They found the assets and stuff for a lot of the stuff, but I mean it's amazing what they and I think that there should be in the description a Discord link that you can actually join the Discord to basically a Half-Life Alyx modding community that is rapidly adapting and rapidly adding a lot of things that you can try out. So
which I said, once they come out with like the real modding tools and stuff for Source 2, I might start jumping into that, though it's hard to find time because I bury myself in it, just like Unreal. But man, would this look like a lot of fun to try and make some maps and stuff?
Yeah. And like I said, you can download this stuff. So you can download this Overrun adventure map. It is playable. So if you join that Discord, a lot of the stuff is in the Discord, and there's other stuff that's not even on the. I think it's a newer community over there, but they are growing.
This one's called Adventure Game, I think.
Yeah, it's Overrun. I think is the name of the actual. Is that what,
that could be. Yeah,
I believe so.
It's Overrun. You're right.
Yeah, but there's a ton of stuff. I mean, I've seen people that have made like horde mode stuff, sandbox type stuff, where you're just in an open environment and you can just play around with all kinds of stuff. One of the other ones I thought was pretty cool is that somebody actually used, they made a crowbar mod. So there's actually a usable crowbar that you can use in the game. I don't think you can use it in the full game, but like a mod to use. I think this might be one of the sandbox ones where they're using the crowbar, but it's super cool. I mean, I can't believe the stuff people are already doing with the limited resources that, they're basically having to jumble together. It's not like you said, it's not the Hammer stuff or whatever, and I don't know a lot about that stuff, but yeah, it's really cool, and I can't wait to see what people. I mean, literally, there could be whole new games spawned out of this whole thing. I mean, there probably will be. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I mean, I mean, it's just insane the amount of stuff they can do with this. I wish I had more skills in that area, but
breaking news.
Oh boy.
Jason just said Contractors released modding tools.
Did they?
Yeah, that's amazing. Greg's VR was just going to say it too. That's awesome. That's freaking sweet.
I didn't realize that. I haven't played Contractors in a little bit. The player base is so low.
What engine is that built in?
It's
Unreal.
I think that is Unreal, isn't it?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I need to look.
I'm not sure now either, but that's pretty interesting. So does that mean that they're going to allow custom maps and all that kind of stuff? Because we talked to them about that before, and they've had some player-based maps, but it was the one I can't remember what it's called, like the wood one where you're out.
Right. Can't think of it either.
I can't think of the name of the map, but that was a community member map. But they allowed him to make that and approved it and all that stuff and put it on the store. But they should, because I mean we talk about that all the time. We love that game, and I haven't played because every time I jump on, there's really never anybody to play with. But I mean, that was one of the things that made Pavlov so popular was the customizable maps and the workshop. Yep. I mean, that's the main thing that made Pavlov so popular, I think. But you're getting excited.
Jason just said it's Unreal.
Oh
man, it's over.
That'd be awesome.
That's amazing. I can't.
You could get back into the map that you made for Pavlov and actually make it for Contractors.
That would be
You still have all the assets and stuff, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. But Right. I'd just start over.
You'd have to redo it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd make something new. Anyways.
And that was back, what, 2016 or something that you made that, or 17? I don't remember. That's a while ago. But yeah, that's awesome. That's good news. I did not realize that. When did that come out?
Rendered Reality Coffee Shop. Here we come, man.
Yeah, you could actually do that too. That would be completely doable. That's awesome.
Yep, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
The Christmas map, yeah.
I don't think that. I think that was officially made by them or whatever. But
my favorite thing though is that the Christmas map came out after Christmas, like a couple days though.
Yeah, it did come after Christmas.
And then they kept it on for like ever.
A long time. Yeah, they're not very fast about some things.
No,
that's for
but
sure. The
honestly,
Contractors
that game, the core mechanics is what makes that game amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
I love
just
the
they
game.
need to come out with map updates. So finally, that's a thing now. I mean, that game, and it's on Quest too now. Well,
not officially,
but you know,
they gave out a ton of codes for Quest though. That
they did.
I can't remember how many. Not long ago, on their Discord, they gave out a bunch of Quest keys.
Yep.
So,
oh man, that's so awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. We need to. So Greg's VR said, I can't wait to see some OG Modern Warfare maps and Contractors. That would be cool. Yeah, that was what we used to play a lot of back in the day. It was the first Modern Warfare. That was an awesome game. But
I know.
Yeah. Rizzle Rock said, I've been searching in Half-Life everywhere for your coffee cup. I can't believe nobody's found that thing yet. That's crazy.
Right?
It's not easy.
There somewhere. Yeah. We're not going to give hints where, but just keep looking.
Oh, man, that's awesome. But yeah, Half-Life Alyx, I mean, still one of my most favorite games. I don't know. I love the game. So I can't wait to see what some of these modders and stuff come up with, and already cool stuff that they've been playing with. Right. So yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal.
So we had a little bit of excitement. One of our favorite games just got dropped.
What's that?
What do you mean, huh?
What's that?
Hobo Living, man.
Oh yeah. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? But,
come on, man. Good stuff.
I might have to sneeze. So yeah, so Hobo Living is out and available now. Last I saw it was on sale for $5.99. I'm gonna mute my mic.
What happened? Did you leave me?
I had to sneeze. Sorry, I had to mute my mic. Woo!
Oh, scared me there.
Man, my bad.
I dropped you.
Anyways, but we talked about this game back in the day. I think this was right around the time Saints and Sinners came out, and we were actually together back in Ohio. We talked about we saw the trailers, and the trailers didn't look horrible. They didn't look bad. Reviews are mostly negative, so reviews are not great. Let's see what some of these reviews are saying. I read some of them earlier. I was laughing.
I don't care though. I don't care.
know.
It still looks great.
So people said this is way too early access.
We knew.
I saw one. There was a positive one that I wanted to read. So this one's a positive review. It says, when I show new games to one of my friends, she always asks if it's possible to pee in the game. And sadly, I usually must tell her that it isn't possible because there are so few games where this special detail is being paid attention to. But this here, my dude, I tried to show her the game yesterday. Oh, man. Yeah. And then it looks like he's bashing it a little bit too, but he gave it a positive review basically because you were able to pee in the game, and everybody else is saying it's too early access. But
in the menus, I guess to start it, you either have to eat a burger, or to quit, you have to eat feces that's on the ground.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Well, a lot of people are saying, I saw somewhere that you literally can't do anything. So a lot of people, I don't think, know how to start the game and stuff. A lot of people go in there, and I don't even know. But I honestly thought about picking this up for $5. I figured it might be worth it.
Right.
But
oh my God, I know.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying trash, untested game, rushed out for no reason, that barely works. But I still think it's worth checking out. I don't know. Has PD done a video on this game yet? Has Paradise Dictated done a video on this game yet?
Oh my gosh,
it's
amazing.
If he hasn't, he really needs to. Seriously, that's awesome.
Sorry, I had to bring it up. I had to.
And when you said that, I was like, "What game are you talking about?"
Oh, dude, it looks so good though. But anyways, hilarious. Everyone will probably give me crap for it.
The trailer honestly didn't look that bad, but it did look pretty far fetched in
Hobo Living with Beachbody Bros.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. That's awesome.
Oh no, so bad, awesome. So good. It was so bad. Yeah.
Let's see what's going on in chat here.
Reading chat.
I know. I was reading chat too, talking about some Source 2 stuff.
Can't have quiet time, man. People listen to our audio podcast won't know what the heck you're doing. They'll think you cut out.
They don't see me looking at the chat over here. That's probably true.
Right, exactly.
One other thing I did want to talk about a little bit is the PS5 controller. We did get the images released and stuff of that. And the main thing that seems to be a lot of the chatter right now is that people are suspecting that this leads to the fact that this is going to be an inside-out tracked headset because of where they moved the lights. If you look at the older controller, you're using a camera up front, that's out in front of you, and you have the light source from the controller that's at the front, where if you look at the new style, it's more on top than it is out in front. And so that, lends people to believe that you're going to have cameras on the headset that are going to be looking down, seeing down towards the controller that you're holding. I don't know for sure. I can't imagine they're going to use the colored LED tracking kind of a scheme again. I have to imagine they're going to go to some kind of infrared, I would hope, or something.
Right. That's what I said too when we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
Cheers to Jason dropping codes in chat.
Oh, nice.
I love when developers drop codes in chat. So awesome.
Paradise Decay said, Paradise Decay said he's 2 weeks behind in any games he's been playing so much Half-Life Alyx, which makes sense, makes total sense. But but I am looking forward if you drop a video on this, PD, make sure you let me know about the premiere so I don't miss that, because I don't want to miss that. But I gotta see PD in this game. So
yeah, I would have thought they would have gone to some type of infrared tracking as well. But I think it would lead me to say that they're gonna have sensors on the headset.
Yeah, I don't really have any doubt anyways. I can't imagine they're going to go to a system that they had before, a much more complicated system to set up, more wires, if they can do it as good as Oculus, I don't see why they wouldn't go to an inside-out tracked headset.
I just feel like their controller technology and what they've done over the years is always dated. It's never a step ahead. It seems like a step, I don't know, almost back every time with the move and stuff.
Yeah, but that was old technology that they just made work. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah, but even when the Move controllers came out,
what was that?
What
Kinect? Was that Xbox Kinect time? Was that around the same time?
Sure. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. But even with those, I felt like the Wii controllers were better, and those came out even well after that. So I don't know. To me, I feel like their controllers, they don't do anything special with them. Nor does Xbox. And I get, the controllers are controllers, and maybe they will blow my mind, but I don't know.
But you're talking about a gamepad controller. I mean, hopefully.
I just feel like PlayStation in their controller releases are very dated. Whether it be the Move or their standard controllers, I just don't feel like they push anything. So I don't know. We'll see.
I have to imagine their tracked controllers, like motion tracked controllers this time, are going to be on par with Index, Touch. I have to imagine that we've seen a lot of the patents and stuff that have come out. I mean, they have such an advantage right now because they've sat back and watched what everybody else did. They see what people are liking, what people are complaining about all the current VR controllers. I mean, I have to imagine they're going to absolutely crush it in this. And I mean, there's only so much you can change about a gamepad controller. I mean, it works. I mean, but it works.
I got a great idea, man. What have we been preaching that the Oculus Touch controllers feel like? The original
Xbox controller split in half.
What do you do? What do you do with this controller? You want something new and different? Make a break apart controller.
Yeah.
Make one that you still have your analog sticks on both sides, your buttons on both sides. It feels natural to people that have had a PlayStation for years, have had an Xbox for years. You literally could make one that breaks apart.
Yeah, you mean just a gamepad. So are you saying two controllers in one? Like, are you saying a gamepad where you can use break apart and use as a VR controller as well?
100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Wouldn't
not a bad
that be
idea.
Epic?
Yeah, that's
I mean, they do it with the Switch controllers, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be unbelievable because you could have both. You have that VR adaptation. So if you buy a new PlayStation, it comes with that controller. Yeah, you can use your separate motion track controllers for different games, but now it is an easy jump into VR. You just get the headset, and you have fully tracked controllers. Oh, come on,
that makes sense. That does make sense.
So epic. I wish Xbox would do that. Make a breakaway controller.
I mean, even for playing an actual game where you're using a gamepad, I can see circumstances where it would be more comfortable to just have two, one in each hand and not have to hold your hands together holding one gamepad. Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Come out with a wheel that they would stick onto the sides of or something. I mean, there's so many cool options.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyler's onto something.
Yeah,
dude,
you are right. He has really good ideas. He really does. But
seriously, I wish I was on an R&D team for somebody because the thoughts that would be epic, so epic that I just
that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Okay, what's the guy who releases all the new Xbox info? Why can't I think of his name?
Phil Spencer.
Yeah, Phil Spencer. We should be the next Phil Spencer.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Phil and Spencer.
You got it.
We'll change our names.
Bill my coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I need to. But seriously,
But yeah, no, that is a good idea because I mean, literally, the touch controllers. That's what we've always said. It feels like is taking an Xbox controller and you break it in half.
Right?
You know, obviously formed a little bit different, but that is something that could completely be doable. And I think that would be. I mean, even just for the adaptation rate, you know, that's cuts back on cost. You don't have to buy 2 extra controllers, even if they come with the headset. You know, it's still extra cost that you're buying. So if every Xbox or every PlayStation comes with a controller like that's breakaway, you already have that, and then you have an inside-out tracked PSVR 2 headset. All you gotta do is buy that headset, plop it on, you're good to go. You plug it in, or maybe wireless. I don't know. It'd be sweet, but
Switch is doing it, man.
Yeah.
That thing's $299 with the screen, with their processor, with the stand, everything. Like, come on, we get with the times. You want an innovation with controllers that haven't been changed since what Super Nintendo or regular Nintendo almost, you know?
Yeah, there's not much that have changed about a gamepad. I mean, a little bit, you know, you've had the 2 joysticks and the D-pad and stuff for a while, but I mean, they changed little tweaks here and there, a little shape different, but for the most part, it's been the same since what? PlayStation 2, I think, was when they added the analog sticks and the... I can't remember. Yeah, it wasn't PlayStation 1, I don't think. But
I mean, you can go all the way back to Nintendo 64 with an analog stick.
Well, yeah, that's true. It just had one. That was a weird controller, but how it had.
It?
Well, you had the 2 sides, and then you could put your hand in the middle. It was awesome.
So
but
good.
yeah, so a gaming science teacher said that you have 1 year to patent that idea now. So yeah,
it's true.
But it's a good idea.
I get it. Yep. See.
Oh yeah, James said he had a breakaway controller discussion with Anthony on his Discord months back.
I know.
Yeah, before the controller was announced. So yeah. I mean, yeah.
I know.
So
I really think it's the way to go. Sure.
It's a good idea. It's definitely the way to go. But...
PD just said he requested his Hobo Living VR.
Oh, there you go. There you go. If they don't give you one, let me know. I will literally buy it and gift it to you because I want to watch and play it. So,
just to see it.
Yeah. So let me know if they don't send you one. I will definitely. I will donate one of those to you. That would be awesome.
So anyway. I'm giving away all my ideas on here. I still have some I'm working on.
Yeah, you do have some.
I still have some parts over here that I'm working on building some things.
Yep, there are some things in the works. There are some things in the works. If you are looking for something to play this weekend, there is a free game on Steam right now to keep. And this isn't a free-to-play weekend. This is a free game to keep, and this is Transpose. Yep. And I believe it is for this weekend only, so you definitely want to look into that. I mean, this game's been out for a while. I think it was, 2016 or 17 this game came out. But
a cool puzzle game.
Yeah.
Cool colors, good look to
cool
it.
Concept.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a cool concept. So, I mean, for free, it's definitely worth picking up. It is on Steam. I don't think Oculus or anything is doing the same thing on the Oculus store, but yeah, worth checking out and picking up.
Yep. Jim Hall said, "Yeah, it's not a new idea." I know it's not a new idea. I mean, that's been around for a long time, but
first I've heard of it.
It's a good adaptation for having both VR and non. So
I could see multiple benefits of it for sure.
I know. So. Yep, I agree. Yeah, no, for a free game, this is awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something to do and don't want to spend the cash on it, grab it. I mean, yeah. Steve XM said it's a good game, very challenging, so that's good. Yeah, I haven't played this myself, but it does look awesome.
I think in these current times we're living in, a lot of people are trying not to spend a lot of money. You mentioned in the beginning of the show, like what was I wanting to pick up and stuff, and we talked about the Star VR headset and all of that with, crazy price tag. So free games right now are definitely, a lot of people have a lot of extra time right now compared to what they normally have. So it's a great time to pick up a free game and not have to spend money. So, I mean, a lot of people are wanting to save a little bit of money right now, but yeah.
Yep. I agree. I was trying to see if there was anything else. I think we hit most of our main topics already.
Yep. Pretty much.
See, we're doing good, man. Yeah. We've been trying to shorten our shows a little bit. Just try and give you guys a lot more content packed into a smaller show. We don't want to drag things out for you guys and bring it to you fast. Oh, speaking of, Scion VR just came in. As we were talking about that, but yeah, we have been trying to shorten our shows a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell us what you guys think.
Yeah. What do you got? Go ahead.
We were normally running like an hour and a half.
Sometimes 2.
We had developers on. We would push the 2 hour, but we felt like we want to get you guys more content in a quicker format. Still bringing you all the stuff, but we know you guys like some of the discussions in chat too. But everybody watching after the fact doesn't really get to enjoy that. But let us know what you guys think. I don't know if you like it, don't like it. We can go back to even longer too. Either way. Nope, shoot.
Well, right now my allergies have been so bad that I take like a bunch of medication stuff right before going on. You know, I take Claritin, I take nasal spray and eye drops and all this stuff, and it starts to wear off. It doesn't last forever. So I'm really struggling lately. But man, another day to night.
Dropping keys, man.
Yeah,
Sweet.
day to night dropping our alpha key. I said drop in.
The drop in. I got to get in some of that drop in here soon.
Yeah, we actually talked about maybe trying to play with him some more.
I know.
Hopefully this weekend, maybe, but we don't want you to break any more controllers. Just keep the desks and everything. You know, I know that's still a touchy subject if you've been watching for a while. That was the game that Tyler busted his index controller on. So
busted, man. I thought I broke a finger doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we heard
literally separated the head off the index controller. Like it was rough. I should have had like I had that recorded. Oh,
I wish you would have. I felt bad about how much we laughed though when that happened, but it was funny.
We really do appreciate all the super chats
definitely.
too, guys. The Patreon supporters who stuck around, all of it, because we need to start doing. I think we need to get AKXs though, man. I think sadly
that'll be next. I think that'll be next. And PS5s. I don't know if we're gonna get PlayStation VR 2 this year. I highly doubt it, but I can't wait. I want that to come out this year.
This year? I think
everything's going to be pushed back anyways with all the
that's true.
manufacturing issues. So hopefully I don't even know how readily available the PlayStation 5s are going to be and stuff. Are they going to be doing limited launch numbers now? Is this something that you really do have to pre-order now to be able to get one early? Right. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I know, and I don't think that anybody wants to say a release date right now because they probably don't even know if they can keep up with production and demand and all that at this point. So, yeah, that's a hard thing. I don't know how that's
so go. E3, although Sony wasn't going to go to E3 this year, were they? I think that's in June. I don't think they were going to go this year. So, I mean, it's coming up on summer. I think we're going to get a whole lot more announcements about all this stuff. I think we'll get more info.
Do you think, though, all of these conventions and expos and stuff, are we going to see all this dwindle off now with all of these scares that have gone around? Yeah. I mean, do you think it's going to get drawn back some?
I mean, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I feel like the world as we knew it before is never going to be the same. Well, there's going to be a lot of things that I think change for pretty dramatically after all this is over, unfortunately. But
you know what's
and
sweet,
that could
though?
be one of those big things of big gatherings like that for conventions. I don't know, but
you can still shake hands in VR.
That's true.
You still can. That's what they said. That may go away. I don't know, man. I think it's a good proof of concept why VR is amazing is because you have no worries of that. You're not going to get me sick, even though we hang out in VR, you know, as with everybody, you know, that follows us that we hang out with. And I don't know. It's a good way to prove that, I think, to me at least. But
I mean, like we had, you know, when we had a gaming science teacher and gamer tag on, we talked a lot about that, about the power of VR. And I think, you know, even the workout stuff, like all the gyms and stuff are closed. Like all of them are closed down. Like it's a perfect time. There's so many uses for VR that are even more relevant now than ever before. You know, the social stuff. We were in an alt space together, you know, a bunch of us hanging out. And, you know, we had large crowds in there. We're not large crowds, but a decent amount of people. And that you can't do that now. So there's
States, what? No more than 10 people or something, right?
Yeah,
the gathering.
Places, you got to stay 6 feet apart and everything else. So yeah, the world's changing for sure. I don't know what's going to come of all this, but I think, you know, it's great time to have VR in these days, the current days we're in. You know, you can get together with friends, watch a movie, you know, all kinds. It's just limitless. And I think that one of the good things we're going to see about this is I think it's going to push a lot of developers forward to work on stuff that maybe they wouldn't have normally worked on. I think it's going to get more developers into VR because they see the potential of what the power of some of this stuff can do. So I think it's really gonna, I think it will help to push VR forward a little bit, maybe a little bit faster than what would have happened otherwise. But
I think so too. I mean, we're still seeing that. You can't even hardly still get a Quest.
No, I mean they did pop up. They still pop up every once in a while. What was it, last weekend? There was some availability from Oculus Store. I think Gaming Science Teacher actually picked up a Quest for her parents, I believe, and. I really want 128 gig Quest, and I talked about it a little bit on the Discord. We have two 64 gigs. I have one, and my wife has one. And I really wish that I would have got a 128 gig because when it first came out and I made the pre-order and I got one, I was like, I have PSVR. Like, I'm not going to play the Quest that much. I'm not going to do that much on the Quest. You know, I had an Oculus Go. I used a little bit. It sat on the shelf. Totally wrong. I use the Quest all the time, and I'm constantly doing the jumble of I'm going to delete this, download this, and it's a pain in the butt. You know, I really wish they would have gave us some expandable storage, which is a big gripe that I have about it. But I don't know. It's hard to spend an extra $100 doubling the memory or whatever. But
I get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I just
would've.
kind of delete them off there and re-download.
That's what I do
I
too.
kind of do it on a regular basis, so I never really run out. I keep it close. But yeah, I use mine still all the time too. It sits on my desk on my AMVR stand, so it's easy to just pick up, throw on, and go. Other than that, I need to come in my office. I need to, turn on the PC, make sure everything's updated between Steam drivers, the games, and then get into it. So
it's definitely that easy use factor, and
100%.
It turned out to be way more impressive than what I ever thought when it was first coming out. I thought, I had the Go, and I thought it was cool for a little while, but I never played it that much, and I thought that was going to be the same thing that happened, and it wasn't. So I definitely do, looking back now, wish I would have got the 128 gig instead of the 64.
I get it.
But at this point in time, I don't know if it's worth buying another one, at this point in time. I don't know. We probably still have a couple years before Quest 2, but I don't know. I mean, I still want the 8KX. It's going to be interesting to see what Oculus announces this year with Oculus Connect and whatever else it'll be. I don't know. Hard to say what we're going to get.
I think we're still going to have some big things come out this year. I'd say it'll be later, with the announcements from PlayStation and stuff. Hopefully Xbox. I'm still on the bandwagon. Well, now that they're using that, UI and stuff across the board, I'd say there's a high chance. And the other thing I think we're going to see too is a WMR second gen, like a true second gen.
Well, we know that tease from, what was it, HP that we talked about the other week? Yeah, working with Valve and Microsoft. It's there's some stuff. I mean, I think there's definitely some stuff in the works for this year that are going to surprise us. I really think there is. But G27
just brought up a good point, asking gaming science teacher, what will you put your parents into? So what would be the first thing, giving somebody, the first time, maybe not good. What do you put somebody in?
Still first contact.
Somebody older.
First contact for me is, I don't think, I mean, first contact is it's simple. So it's not, you don't have to worry about movement or anything else. But there is something that is absolutely magical about first contact. And especially for somebody, their first time ever going into VR, and they feel like that robot, that they're interacting with that robot. And they feel, I mean, it's just, I have never, ever put anybody in first contact for the first time in VR, and they weren't like, holy crap, like this is absolutely amazing, and there's really no explaining. The biggest issue anybody has with first contact usually is grabbing something, because they want to use, they don't realize their middle finger is what actually grabs. And that's the hardest thing to teach somebody in that game right off the bat. But yeah, that's mine.
I still like Aperture Hand Lab. I do like that if they're, on the index and stuff. It's good. I actually put my dad into it, who'd really never done VR with, track controllers, that kind of deal. I set him in stuff or let him watch something, and he did it no problem.
Yeah.
So, that says a lot about it. And, he was looking around, not a lot of interactions, because he's not very, into all that, and the controller and, the different buttons are a little hard for him, the separate buttons, because he's never really been any gamer or tried anything. So for him just to be able to reach out and use his hands and not have to worry about buttons, that was probably one of the biggest things for him.
Yeah, that is cool. So,
Richie's Plank, another good one.
Yeah, that's if you want to scare the crap out of them. Some people, they may never want to do VR again after you put them in that. But my mom was hilarious. She was freaking out. But gaming science teacher said to start church and alt space with mom for Easter, which is pretty awesome. That's tomorrow. And watch Star Trek and big screen with her dad, which, I mean, just even that, just saying that is the power behind that, being able to go to church with her mom for Easter, being able to watch, I'm guessing her dad is a big Star Trek fan and big screen, and, it might not be, I don't know, a lot of families live far apart, and stuff. And I have family back in Ohio and stuff. And that's cool.
You and I, man.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, even just watching a movie together, the aspect of that, the only problem with that a lot of people complain about is Quest comfort can get a little for watching a full movie, but it's doable. I've done it. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but hopefully next generation, PSVR 2, Quest, all of that, hopefully they have all comfort issues worked out, and that just keeps continuing to get better and better. Air car. Somebody said air car. That's probably a good way to make somebody throw up in VR though too. If it's their first time, that can be pretty intense, but
roll it over and be like, oh geez.
Yeah. Google Maps is a good one. Google Earth. I guess it's probably the same thing, but yeah, Google Earth is a good one. I remember, I mean, you can go back to your childhood house, the address, you type that in, you can stand out in front of the house, that you used to live in. And
we talked about that last week about going to my house and checking it out, the old one. So yep. I get it. I know. Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out Sean's video of Box VR. Really cool video.
It's just a little sneak peek to the Essentials pack that is out. But I
do like that you showed some of the songs though in it too, because
I didn't show all of them. There's definitely a lot more,
no.
But I showed some. Yeah.
Right. I know. Yeah. And if you haven't, we really appreciate if you like it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. Yeah. We like the criticism. And if you do, make sure you tell us why in the comments.
Yeah,
because we are always here to prove and here for you guys. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Well, we appreciate you guys being here, and we will definitely, maybe hop into some stuff this weekend. I don't know what I would like to play some of the Battle Royale game. What was it called? We talked about
Virtual Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I would like to play some of that together. Alt Space was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in Alt Space.
Dude, I just want to go in and play Cornhole in Alt Space.
I want to go. Yeah, we should do that. I want to watch Ready Player One again in big screen. Maybe somebody can stream that. I wouldn't mind hopping into that. That's one of my favorite movies. Love that movie.
Yep. People don't have it's hard though to have the time to get everybody in there, at the same time to do that. But I get it.
It is.
Yep.
Is there a 3D version of that? Is there a 3D version of Ready Player One?
Probably, but
that'd be good in big screen. I don't know. I don't like 3D movies, but in big screen, they're pretty good. So
they are. Yeah, it's the quality of what they're done in. Yeah, some are good, some are bad, but I would agree with that. Awesome. Yep, Alex said he'll be gaming. I think if I do play, it's definitely, and I will actually, be tomorrow. If I do a multiplayer, I'll throw it into our Discord section, which is down the link or down the description. Link's down there. Yep. So definitely check that out. See, James said Cornhole. Yeah, he's in. I agree. That would be a lot of fun though. Yeah. It actually plays really well. It's kind of cool, but I was standing there with the one of the admin. I'm not going to ramble. We're going to end here. From last time when we tried to get everybody in there and I had to run back out, and I was standing there and I'm like, dude, Cornhole. Like, I was super stoked about that. I didn't even know it was in there, so it was a cool surprise. But yeah.
There is a 3D version of Ready Player One on Anakaze. Yep. That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Good stuff. So, all right. Anyways, we're gonna end it here. But thanks again for being here. We will definitely, hopefully, see you in some VR, and we will see you definitely next weekend. But
cheers, everyone. We'll see you guys back here as always, and definitely see you in VR. I know I will. I'll see you guys out there. So,
Later.
All right, everyone. Later. Pleasure.